Hey, welcome to Mystic Messages. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Hope everyone's doing amazing today. As always, these messages will be received in divine timing for those who need to hear them. And if they don't apply, please let them fly. But I do encourage everyone to stay because there might be a message here for you, especially today's message, since it comes from deceased loved ones for certain individuals out there. I do have a list of names and some code words that might resonate. They might not resonate. They could either be your name or the people that have passed on that want to give a message to their loved one. Okay, that being said, let's get started. Uh, your loved ones are saying that they see you. Okay, they see you, they hear you crying out to them. They know that you've been through a massive struggle. Things have been nothing but a struggle lately. There's been a lot of pain going on. You're missing them. You're calling out to them. Okay, they want you to know that you're being heard. They hear you. They hear you calling. Okay? You're not alone. They didn't abandon you. I keep hearing the word abandoned. Somebody keeps saying, you abandoned me. You abandoned me. You weren't abandoned. Okay? They are still with you. They've been leaving all kinds of messages that, unfortunately, because of your intense grief and you're missing them, you're not picking up. Some people are getting left feathers, others coins. Um, I'm also seeing something where you're finding traces of what appears to be sugar or white powder around your kitchen. These are messages. There are also others of you who are experiencing some flickering lights in the bathroom. Somebody might resonate with that. Flickering light in the bathroom. They're there for you. They want you to know they're okay. Okay. And like I said, I do have some names here and some other trigger words that might help to make this resonate a little more deeply for some individuals out there. And you'll definitely know this message is for you. Like I said, it could be either your name or the loved one's name. But they do want to let you know that they're fine, everything is okay, you weren't abandoned, okay? They want you to be happy because you're holding yourself back. They want you to live your life. They don't want you to feel guilty about living your life. They want you to be able to move on, okay? And know that you're secure moving on because they're with you every step of the way. And they said that you can call on them anytime you want. They've been trying to contact you to give you some type of an indication that they're around, but apparently you're missing these messages, unfortunately. Okay? So they want you to look sharp. Look for these things. Look for these little things that I mentioned. Like I said, the sugar, the flickering light, the coin, the feather. Whatever this happens to be for you, you'll know if it resonates with you that it's for you. Okay? Your loved ones are giving you a message. They want you to know they did not abandon you. They don't want you to live in grief. They know that some of you have been struggling for many, many years. Some of you, in some cases, I'm getting 20 years. It's been like a long road, okay? And yet you're still grieving. You're grieving the loss, okay? It's preventing you from being able to experience the things in life that are meant for you to experience, okay? And it's very important. We don't want to do that to ourselves. I know how painful it is to have losses. I've had many losses in my life, okay? And what I'd like to, share with everyone is that we have to get to know our loved ones in a different way, okay? It's not that they passed away. They're just living in a different dimension. They just moved to a different location. So it's about rebuilding that relationship with them again. Each and every one of us has the ability to communicate with our loved ones. All we have to do is go within, whether that be through prayer, through meditation, but just taking some quiet time for yourself and listening for them. Allow them to guide you. Ask them questions. Ask them to provide you with the sign. They will always accommodate if you're willing to be open to the experience. Okay? I'm getting some of you are saying that I'm afraid to do that. You don't need to be afraid. There's nothing wrong with communicating with deceased loved ones. Okay? Nothing wrong at all. Okay? You just want to make sure when you call them for them to give you an indication that it is them, and then close the door when you're done. Politely thank them for visiting and then just close that portal. That's the one thing you want to make sure to do until you're ready to reopen that again for those certain individuals, because you don't want to leave a portal open to invite just anything in. Okay? So for those of you who are feeling afraid to do that, this is how you protect yourself. You protect your space. You close that portal. You thank them for visiting, and when they leave, you thank them, and then you close that portal again. And you make it very clear that no one else is allowed to enter other than that specific loved one that you're calling upon. Okay? Just follow those simple rules and you'll be okay. You'll be safe. So the communication is available to you if you want it, if you choose. Again, These are just suggestions. You don't have to follow them. You do what you like. I'm not here to coerce anyone in any way. I'm just here to guide and pass along messages. I'm just a vessel. I'm a vessel for those who want to hear these messages. And, like I said, everyone has a choice. You can either remain or you can leave. I do have, like I said, some names and some other trigger words that, you might be able to resonate with. And I'm going to read them for you in 1 second. But I just wanted to give everyone who has been calling out for their loved ones some assurance that you're being heard. You are being heard, okay? You're not abandoned. You're not alone. Even though it might feel that way, you're not. Call out to them. They want you to speak to them. Ask for them to come into your dream state when you're dreaming. Maybe that's the safest way that some of you are less fearful about, communicating with, our loved ones in dreams. Ask them for a message before you sleep. Pray before you sleep, meditate before you sleep, ask for protection from whatever deities you resonate with, and ask your loved ones to come through with the message, and they will come through. If any of you are having difficulty, remembering your dreams in the morning, what I can suggest is that you get either a bowl of water or even some bottled water and just place it under your bed at night, and your dreams will clarify. Okay, that'll help clarify your dreams so you can remember them in the morning. Okay. Like I said, I'm going to get to the names for you. Let me just get my glasses. Okay, these came through during meditation. I have the names Barbara, Eileen, Martha, Sal, Joy, Peter, Amelia, James, Doreen, Kendrick, Stanley, Charlize, Natasha, Tyrone, and Wendy. Okay, also had some other code words that came through. Yellow roses might apply to someone. Disneyland. There's one family member communicating with me. They want you to remember Disneyland. The other family member or the other loved one wants you to remember yellow roses. So you'll know this is for you. There's also another one that's coming through that says, remember the times that you spent together during Halloween. It was a very favorite special time for you. Also, there's some board games coming through. The board game Trouble, Operation, and Twister. And I'm also getting pink peonies, and yellow roses. So if any of these names, board games, or code words happen to resonate with you, this message is definitely for you. I hope that it does. I hope this message helped you. If you were out there calling for your loved ones, they're responding to you. They want you to look for the signs. They want you to be happy. They want you to move on with life until it's time for you to reunite again. But in the meantime, you can reunite with them either in your dream state or just by simply communicating through meditation and listening for them to speak, or asking them for some type of a physical sign, okay? An apport, an apport meaning like, a physical object or an item to be placed in your way as a sign to show you that they're still there with you, okay? So we're going to leave it at that. I hope this message does help someone. I thank you if you liked or shared any of these messages. I appreciate that. And thanks again for stopping by. And we'll see you again soon. Take care.